If it was the Lord's will to crush the Son, and if there are any of those that are followers of the Son, it should not be unexpected that at times we may be crushed. And if the Son was crushed to produce something infinitely greater, maybe at times when we're crushed, it's for a purpose to produce something infinitely greater. It's to produce an eternal weight of glory that we can't recognize. And I honestly don't know how you go through suffering without knowing this. I really do not know when you go through sorrow, when you go through sadness, when you face times and you lose a child, you lose a spouse, you lose a father, a mother, you have a sickness that inflicts you, something that just takes over you and you're suffering. How does it make sense unless there's a greater end? I have no idea. One father, his wife and several of his children were driving one day, and tragically they got in a car accident and the entire family was gone. And that's sad, right? I mean, that for us, that hurts. And this father had some friends around him, and these friends were trying to give him some support, trying to encourage him a little bit. And one person said, "You know what, so-and-so, God had absolutely nothing to do with this." And he hopped up out of his seat and he said, "Don't you ever say that again, because the only hope and comfort I have is to know that God had everything to do with it and that it was for a greater purpose, for a greater glory." And if anyone's gone through loss like that, is that not the truth of it? When we faced the loss of our little one a few months ago, it was the fact that I knew God had everything to do with it, and he called that little one home to glory, that there was great comfort. So he crushed the Son and ultimately crushed him to death, and there'll be times where we may be crushed, but it's for an eternal purpose and an eternal glory.